according to Paul, no, me starting to say, Paul say, Malik Basintale, I show actual adiebi, edi akoto online. Yeah, someone Ghana. Sometimes we drink Ghana hoa, and somebody be oha, ya ne ha drink. Now I didn't know say Malik actual no, or no, according to Paul no say on tiase say Malik akotro say Ghana yenya airline bi aba Ghana. Na airline did say Air Ghana or something like that. And according to Paul Adom Otchere no, that means Malik Basintale ain't kind of correct. Now he says about address Malik Basintale Bokono. Me that particular piece in our bachelor. So we Malik Basintale no dinner tem or address antem no. And a Paul here say what trick am listening when Malik Basintale de or say akwana ko patapa. Na enye jo mama da woro manka Malik Basintale ka akora no ontimi ntobi. Ena eni say eno say. Now before we go into those kind of things, I want to show you something. Abra Paul Adom Otchere de ko to Kotoka International Airport anono. Hwade bi a Paul Adom Otchere eyeye. Nipa dodo na no adwen afiri sa ne man so. Watch this.
To name says baby body friend operationalization of the international airport. So most international airport there. Now plane be about if in crying. Plane be about high if in crying. Africa world if in crying. Passion if in crying. Now crying you come see the same Kenya international Ghana here. Inti managing director Ghana Airport Company management board members and a minister for transport. Ura Koko for Esiama. Na ina idea tibom. Say asem otumfo aka no say ye ma ne ye ho otumfo so ka o ka chen say yenye say echina asem yenye na enimani bia no ansa na di ye na bawe ye tinana no me ba ha aseda ne nyame adom ye beka say ne de etimi operationalize Kumasi International Airport ewiem hyen etu afi Brochimemu English memu London amfa Accra amfa Nigeria amfa babia abesi Kumasi Airport ha and SCC a yehui the passengers aba ya managing director Rabba Yvonne Opare and a board member back Mrs. Philomena Sam no multiplane nimbi omo abedu the passengers aba and pay ya wa higher train plane in who say Ethiopia Airlines the omo crew say mra hye ne kire say omo de we hwem no ba for 6 hours so omo de buy no omo ntimi san fanko so be foforo ne de ko enti omo de be ko no ya wa no pay no mo buy. Na Now, you show me video, I find the crew no more day plane the corner cry arrive and son a plane neighbor. Now, plane no so my home number and saying the way we are saying any day. Be out to me check your phone. So, the my journalist, no more now, home be there dance here. We not track a plane, plane 2 years who ye. Do France ye who ye. Do Arab men ye who ye. Do Mali Burkina Faso ye who ye. Across Tamale, Danyamiase ye who ye. And Abidu Kumase. It's an anomaly by Asempa.
On the 6th of December, yet to about on the 7th of December 2024, on the 6th of December, and a Paul Adom Otchere, no medical announcement say Kumasi Airport, no Yadan International Airport, a plane, a BBC, Kumasi International Airport. Ghana for train, plane Biama. On the 6th of December, one Ethiopia airline, every landing Gatwick Airport, BC Kumasi. That was when Paul Adom Otchere, Eko Gina Tarmac Nano. A receiver and any pay gumya Paul Adom Otchere mo rented people and Odom to come and deceive the good people of Ghana say and another day go for the normal 10 Kumasi International Airport. Amanababeda International Airport and international flight me to free London Ebaho. That was Paul Adom Otchere. Na media for boy Pierre Paul beside say Paul. Eba say na international airport yi yatina watena ade ebe che me ato aba na plane eba ti answer Paul de mai.
You flew a plane from Gatwick.
Yes, Gatwick, yes.
To Kumasi.
Yes.
But they didn't bring the international flight we wanted into Kumasi. Did it?
Yeah, it didn't because we wanted to demonstrate the internationalization of the airport. It was a heated campaign period, and there was a lot of conversations on the campaign. And when campaign happens, people say all kinds of things on the campaign. Yesterday, we were reading in the news that an MP who said she had been shot during the campaign turned out not actually to be in the convoy. So in the heat of campaign, a lot of things happened. There was political pressure to demonstrate that the government had not deceived the people when it said that the airport is international. It will take a while for the policy of internationalization of the airports to take roots. But the airport was international, and there was political interest in demonstrating that the airport is international. It may not have started taking regular international flights, but when the Minister of Transport goes to Parliament and says that we have internationalized the Kumasi airport, he was right, and that needed to be demonstrated.
At that time when the plane was coming, had the airport been fully completed?
That's the reason why the plane was able to land, and that's why an important international brand like Ethiopian Airlines was used. There were conversations about using a chartered flight, etc. Some people felt that a chartered flight will not make the point because there will be rebuttals. But if you use a regular international airline that agrees that I'm flying to an international airport based on the indications, based on the calculation, this is the size of the runway, the infrastructure at the airport, then you would have endorsed the fact that it is an international airport. And so Ethiopian Airlines, who conducted the flight, agreed that it's ready for international flights. And that was
exactly. So what you Paul Adom Otchere? Na nipa de se niwa hu se nipa wo pe ho asema. Se wote hɔ a na da bia na wankasa wakɔ akɔfrɛ match e de ama ho. Paul Adom Otchere a day less than 24 hours answer ya to aba. And Paul Adom Otchere say ono otimi ne international airline bi akɔ Kasama international airline say o the Kumasi international airport no e be ne hub two free landing a ebeba ye to aba wi e beti ne plane bi ama bi. Beti e no plane single one kura ensan free ba bia embassy ehobiem. Na when na no company bi wo Ghana at the plane ababesi ho. And then Malik Basintale wrote something on the social media. Tia tema Paul Adom Otchere. Paul Adom Otchere no Edibedi Malik.
Gets that he's no longer campaigning and he's no longer allowed to visit violence on people, which is his forte. That's all he knows. Visit violence on people, ride motorbikes around in a horrendous manner, in an indisciplined manner, and visit mayhem on people. That's all he knows. We don't know why President Mahama has foisted this guy on us. He's at YEA. He's not doing. Yesterday, he went on his social media page. Instead of telling us what is happening at YEA to encourage the young people that YEA is working, this is what he wrote. YEA boss, look at what he wrote. That man called H.E. John Dramani Mahama, talk and do. What would Ghanaians have been without you? We are grateful, sir. The unborn generation is grateful. Oh, where is the thing he said the thing was used for, the plane was used for restaurants and Mahama has revived it? That's what I'm looking for. He said here that, he's talking about the plane anyway. He said there's a new Air Ghana. So yesterday there was report that Air Ghana is a company that has acquired a new plane for cargo purposes. Now, Malik Basintale comes on social media and thinks that the Air Ghana that is being talked about is the new Ghana Airways that President Mahama promised. I mean, viewers, can you imagine that? A chief executive of YE. He's so clueless, completely clueless. He doesn't understand anything. And he won't learn anything. Nobody has understanding from your mother's womb. We all learn. You can learn. There's no problem with that. People have been ministers at age 29. John Ajekunko, for whom they don't respect, he was deputy minister at age 29. He learned. So you can learn. There's nothing wrong with learning. But this guy will not even learn. Put his photograph there. Please get me that, the post, the other one. This guy will not even learn. He's so arrogant. He will not learn. And he exposes his ignorance every day to embarrass the government and the party. All the time. He's exposing his ignorance every day. Please give me his photograph. He's embarrassing the government every day because he doesn't want to learn. What he wrote is totally wrong. Air Ghana is a private company. It is just like a GPRTU man who is running a VIP, the bus that we take to Kumasi, VIP. And VIP outdoors 300 new buses. For VIP, it's a private company. It's made up of private people. And then they launch 300 new buses. And then government comes to say that, oh, we have delivered on our promise. That's what Malik Basintale has done. He doesn't know that Air Ghana is a private company. It's a cargo company. They don't take passengers to Ethiopia. They don't take passengers to South Africa. They don't take passengers to... They're a private company owned by the late, recently passed, may he rest in peace, Mawan Trabosi. Malik Basintale, he doesn't have anything to say about YE. He goes on his Facebook page and he's writing, that's Mawan Trabosi's photograph you're trying to give me. This is Mawan, very good friend of mine. He passed, unfortunately, one of the greatest supporters of Manchester United. Mawan is a great guy. This company belongs to Mawan. Mawan Trabosi is the owner of the company. And for the last 5 years, Mawan has been trying to bring, this is the post I'm looking for. Thank you very much. This is Malik Basintale. He says, our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar and named Latante DC-10 by Yanom, referring to the MPP. Thank God. And I don't even think that the DC-10 thing was done in the MPP era. If you check, it was actually in the John Mahama era. I don't think it was 2017. It was before 2017. We'll check, don't worry. Thank God Air Ghana is back after many years. God bless the reign of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. Your leadership is resurrecting things again. Oh, Malik Basintale. This is totally disgraceful. You are just exposing your ignorance every day. You are so ignorant about anything, you won't learn. How difficult is it to learn? Give me Charles Asari's photograph, please. Let me show how ignorant and lazy Malik Basintale is. Let me show you how ignorant and very lazy he is. Now, Charles Asari is here. Okay. Charles Asari is one of the most respectable corporate leaders in Ghana, I have to say. And many people were disappointed that he didn't find his way into John Mahama's cabinet table because he's an NDC person, okay? And Charles Asari used to be the Director General of SNIT. And Charles Asari was very young when he was Director General of SNIT. I believe he was 31 or something like that. And then earlier, before that, he was with EcoBank. And so he's a very decent guy. He was managing director of the Ghana Airports Company as well. Charles Asari is cool, you know. I don't know whether he himself declined politics because he suffered under politics quite a bit. And so it is possible that he said he doesn't want to do it again. I don't know. But if he didn't say that, he should have been one of those people around John Mahama's cabinet table. Such a big brain, very intelligent man, Charles Asari. Charles Asari here has been appointed by President Mahama a year ago, May 2025, to lead the resuscitation of the national airline. We used to call it Ghana Airways, and when Kufuor came, they changed it to Ghana International Airlines. Charles Asari is there. Malik Basintale is so lazy, so arrogant, that he couldn't pick up the phone and call Charles Asari when he saw the Air Ghana story to say, Chief, are we there? Are we where we are supposed to be? Did you bring the plane? So that Charles Asari will explain to him that no, Air Ghana has nothing to do with us. He can't do it. Latante, you see, they've just brought it to me. The plane converting to a restaurant was in 2013. You see how shameful and ignorant Malik Basintale is. Put Malik Basintale's post again. I'll come back to Charles Asari and Reddy Guzitano's photograph. You see, viewers, we have to be very serious in this country. You can't foster such ignorance on the people of Ghana as CEO of YE. But we knew all he knows is to visit violence on people. He doesn't have anything in his head and he won't learn. And he will command land cruisers that he couldn't afford in private life. This is him. Malik, The restaurant was done in 2013. Are you a child? Where were you? 2013 is when, put the post there again, let me see. It's painful, isn't it? This is Ghana. It's so painful. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at it. He says that our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar. In 2013 is when this thing was turned into a chop bar. Who was president in 2013? Shame on Malik Basintale. Shame on his ignorance. And we should never have that in this country again. Ignorant people, ignorant, leading important things, empty head. He won't learn. We were all empty heads when we came from our mother's womb, but we learn. There's a phone. You can check. It's so simple. It's so easy. Mark Zuckerberg has made life easier for all of us. You can check. The guys at the American place where they do the IT, that city, what is it called? I'll get the name. Silicon Valley boys and girls have made it easier for us. Technology is working. Only Malik Basintale with his empty head does not understand that technology is working in Ghana. He's so empty. He doesn't even check basic things. You are trying to berate MPP for creating La Tante DC-10 restaurant. You don't know that La Tante was created in 2013 at the height of John Mahamed's administration. 2013 is when it was created. Then you go and write Adom. Charlie, this guy, hey, Ghana, this is our YEA boss. So he doesn't know that the plane that came has nothing to do with government. It is a private man who has been trying so hard over the last 20 years to secure his own cargo plane. He's a cargo company, so he uses DHL, he uses this, he uses that, he uses that. Air Ghana is Mawan Trabosi's company. It is called Air Ghana, but it's not for government of Ghana. It belongs to Mawan Trabosi. I mean, Malik Basintale, can't you just pick a phone and call Charles Asari, who has been designated by President Mahama to be in charge of the resuscitation of Ghana Airways? Can't you just call Charles Asari? What is wrong with Malik Basintale? His head is so empty. Please, give me Augustus Guzitano's picture. Let me ask him a few questions. My boss, Guzitano, please, have you stopped training young people? Because me, I benefited from your training in 1999. Have you stopped training young people? Why is Malik Basintale behaving like such an empty head? Couldn't he have called Charles Asari and said that what is happening? In fact, at the minimum, Malik Basintale could have called Felix Kwachio Fusu at the minimum and said that government communication minister, have we got a new plane? Is that what it is? And then he will be told what the details are. I don't know how near Charles Asari's company is to creating the new national airline, but I know they are working on it. MPP worked on it, it didn't work, and NDC are working on it. They may be successful, I don't know, I wish them well. But how can somebody who is working at YE, who is supposed to deliver the jobs that everybody is crying about, that the jobs haven't come, the jobs haven't come, the jobs haven't come. I feel sorry for President Mahama sometimes, because when you are president, it's very tough, it's very difficult. You are doing this, doing that, and there's pressure on you. I feel sorry for President Mahama. But I don't feel sorry for Malik Basintale, because he's a young man who should just learn. He should learn quickly, and he can learn. He commands 5 Land Cruisers. Government pays his electricity bill. Government pays his water bill. Government pays his salary. Government pays his travel bill. Government pays his health bill. When I'm sick, I go to police hospital. Basintale is sick, he goes to London. It is okay. It's a government appointment. They are supposed to work for government, no problem. But you can't have all that and still come and sit down and be an empty head. That's unfortunate, and that's a sin against the people of Ghana. You cannot have all the perquisites of an appointee. You travel for sickness. You are sick, they take you to London. When all of us are sick, we go to police hospital, 37, Rich Hospital, Kolibu. You are sick, they take you to London. It is okay. Ablakwa said that we should never do that. You people have broken every rule that you set in opposition. It is still okay. Ghana is more important. Let us work on Ghana. Then you come and talk things that show that you are such an empty head and you can't even learn. You, the CEO of YEA, you don't know the difference between Air Ghana. You don't understand cargo and passenger. You will not learn it. I didn't understand cargo and passenger when I was born. I learned it. Viewers, those of you who know it, did you know it when you were born? You learned it. Everybody learns. Why doesn't he have the humility to learn? Who does he think he is? So,
all right. Someone who said, "Papa, you can Paul Adom." I decided to play this video, Bashiru, for us to know the clueless nature of Paul Adom Otchere. Paul say, Basintale doesn't know the difference between government and a private person. Organizer, IAF and organizer, SEO, one district, one factory. Paul Adom Otchere was part and parcel of this particular administration. Organizer, now Adom went there and they labeled organizer and machine, one district, one factory. Paul Adom Otchere doesn't see anything wrong with it. But when, through the partnership of some people and the government, private-public partnership, now somebody brings in a plane, be it a passenger plane or one, it's a plane. Paul Adom Otchere say he doesn't understand And that, for Malik Basintale as a person, a dinner term. Let me bring him and then we educate him. That Ghana Airways plane now, you converted into the same restaurant now. Policy, it was converted under NDC's administration. He got it wrong. He doesn't have facts. The first restaurant, it is La Tante DC-10 restaurant. It was at Kotoka International Airport. Under President Kufuor by the Ghana Airways and the Ghana International Airlines. And President Kufuor in a good Ghana Airways. Let me give him history. He doesn't know. In June 2022, Ghana Airways, was impounded in London Heathrow Airport. So, I think it's £4 million under President Kufuor. June 2002. June 2002. Paul Adom Otchere doesn't learn. Onima de 2002, President Kufuor was the president. Ghana place said nipa free Ghana. Edeko UK land they could do an impound here. Say plane no edeka. Oma discarding in then time no President Kufuor by no better board and a former Wenchi MP if any Professor Jambafo. They were heading that particular Ghana Airways board, and a good plane in. That was President Kufuor. It wasn't under NDC. It was under NPP. £4 million car and a normal day. So Paul doesn't know. So the airline went bankrupt in 2005. Paul doesn't know. And surprisingly, one of the planes was sold to a Togolese minister. The plane was sold to a Togolese minister. And the minister are not converted into restaurants. So somewhere 2012, and I'm be in a restaurant. Paul doesn't know. And let me try to check if I'll get the Togolese minister's name. He doesn't know. Sometimes, when we do all these kind of things, we take our time and then analyze issues. Because Paul Adom Otchere doesn't know. I think that the plane was the Togolese minister's wife. Yes, that's the Hirimom Letoye in 2011. Because then time na plane you say kwa kotwitwa atoagu. And the Togolese minister Beyere Ebetoye in 2011, converting into restaurant, and then they opened the restaurant I think somewhere in 2012 or 13 thereabout. So Paul Adom Otchere thinks because he be a restaurant and the NDC, a NDC are buying and a tone plane. Paul doesn't know. He should go and learn. These are fake and or no. I would have done Yankopon. Paul Adom Otchere can't Malik Basintale he doesn't learn. A whole journalist say, oh, you couldn't do a simple research. Say who bought even that Ghana Airways plane? He doesn't know. Kufuor sold it to a Togolese minister's wife. Unsuadie. Organizer under Nanado. It was named under one district, one factory. Ghana not. They labeled it as one district, one factory. Meanwhile, it has been in existence for so long. One district, one factory. Paul Adom Otchere doesn't see anything wrong with it. Paul Adom Otchere now, Chata Ethiopia Airlines, DBC Kumasi no. You are now accusing people say, who the reason why a private person to play now, Abanye Kwajafa. Adweno nipa ebiro ha o madweno enye adwuma mu nima de. But these are the so-called people say be na Ghana na ye German de amomo na fi do mo seman no. I don't even know why Paul Adom Otchere was arrested and released. But sometimes I say Yoko boss also sometimes you have a question to answer. Because nipa be say Paul Adom Otchere no. I don't see why you get them and then you release them. Wow. And then they make their minds and start to insult and attack people. Dear Pana Malik Basintale ya Paul Adom Otchere was single-handedly it didn't tell because we are quite there. It is any person more position out there. It is single-handedly say it do at times say under John Mama can win to talk quarantine. When the man talk today. Paul Adom Otchere Kotoka International Airport. You go flowers auto flower and say. Come and tell us. Instead for them to learn, they don't learn. And they are insulting and attacking people. Just for that, for nothing. That is what they've been doing. Keke. I didn't have some kureni. Kana nkwane maya. Yetimi jama kwa brani bejiro no dintro. Egu amanfo so. Shadow. No better no troubles. Ami wasimo kaninya. Onye research. Obeka say a plane a restaurant a John Mama administration ton. Kufuor ne ton ye. Kufuor ton Togolese minister Beyere. Kufuor. Ghana plane no. Kufuor by an air, you must load nipa from Accra. A quadru UK, it was impounded, yes, easy. Because of car. Paul, go and read. But that is why we give you all the credit to do everything. Well, when you now almost Ghana now, one was there, almost so that they qua. Now the Munufie Paul Adom Otchere say party was there. A man a year enough there. Ghana paying for you sunlight. Na kukuru. I'm saying, well, you know, minima de omoye. Because minima de amoya. Mon ko sunlight ko tena Paul Adom Otchere show so. And they said, oh yeah, party a man a year. Na na domu yina kobi. There's man. NPP party ni de Charlie. Anya go you party na go. E pa me the link be ato the comment section of this particular channel is CI. So we will be a one nursing school be now say you want to learn somebody has developed an app all nursing courses are more no questions ni answers ni also. So click on the link and you're going to go straight away there. So when you be so or nursing school be answer link here me that to see me nipa and click so. But the the description of this particular video so or click so on body we are signing in with the email and then I think the phone number or something like that. Or here we are. That's it. All the questions are all pay in the nursing school in and also.